Good morning, good morning. So normally I would be doing the tarot study right now or then the white oracle automatic writing practice that we're doing now. But for some reason they're like, no, let's get to let's do a little reading. So that's what we're gonna do. So let's close our eyes for a moment. And we're going to be breathing in through our nose and out through our mouth to really ground into this sacred space together. Oya nasiano tu. Oya nakiano tu. So breathing in through your nose, pulling out that beautiful Mother Earth energy. And release. Breathing down Father Sun through the crown. Release. Pulling those two energies together, creating that beautiful balanced energy of divine feminine and divine masculine into our heart space. Breathing in. Sending that throughout our whole energetic field. Breathing out. Breathing in the spark of the fires of the south. Breathing in. Bringing in the clarity of the air of the east, breathing in. Breathing in the flow of the waters of the west, breathing in. Breathing in the stability and the grounding of the earth of the north, breathing in. Pulling all these energies in together, tying them in with spirit, breathing in spirit into our heart space, breathing in that connection, that reminder that we are more than just these singular little human beings, that we are spirit. Breathing in spirit into that heart space, breathing in. Calling in our angels and our guides, calling in Jesus, Mary, Mary Magdalene, and Freya too, calling in our ancestors of love and light, ascended masters, and Ascension Council, Galactic Council, those of the highest high of love and light, and only those of the highest high of love and light to be here with us together to help us be clear channels, receiving and giving the exact messages in which we are meant to receive for our highest good in this moment. Anasianotu. And as you are calling in, as you are connecting, as you are grounding, as you are coming into your sacred space, it is creating this beautiful closed circuit between me and you and spirit in between. Also calling in and asking for assistance from archangels Michael, Metatron, Uriel, Azrael, Gabriel, Raphael, and Shamuel to be here with us, being our safeguards and keepers of this sacred space, helping this space stay a safe space, keeping the energy cleansed and cleared of all energy that does not belong here, and also amplifying all the energy that does for our healing, for and for our highest good. Iano tuyano oyana, iano suyano tuyano oyana, iano suyano tuyano oyana, siana. All right, so first we have King of Vessels, Heron. The heron. There was a heron. So we live by the river, not like right on it, but like I could see it. And then there's a parking area a little ways over there. But anyway, so on Christmas Eve, I believe it was, or Christmas Day, no, Christmas Eve, we go out there and there's a heron just standing right on top of somebody's car. I just would have loved to have seen their face when they walked out of their house. All right. 10 of Bows, responsibility. Look at him walking up there. Taking care of business. Every day, taking care of business. In every way. All right. Next. I have this weird mixed vibe going on inside of me. I don't know if it's I don't know if it's astrological, if it's energetic, if it's just me, and if it's perimenopausal, what it is. But it's like half calm, half peace, half anxiety. Grimoire. Keep what is sacred near to you, for it is only to be shared when you are ready. Amen. And, this reminds me, I've been like wanting to do like go through all the herbs and stuff that I have that I've been making my teas with, and like writing down each one, and writing like, I want to write down their, like what they're good for. Because I forget. And then I go, I just go off of like what I feel like I'm supposed to put in there. And then I don't really know what I'm doing. So, which is probably not the best way to do it. And so I would like to do like have a little database, little notebook there. Rosemary bread. Share and commune with the ones who mean the most to you. Break bread with spirit of rosemary, which will call for healing and mend. Well, there we go. Now we know. Oops. And a little tip. It's good to have rosemary near your front door. That was one of the things I just did off of instinct anyway. I just felt like I was supposed to plant rosemary and lavender up there. And then so I did. And then later on I read, for protection and everything, it's good to put rosemary by your front door. And I was like, oh, thank you. Done. Already done. So listen to those little instincts that are telling you to do this or that. You never know why. Iano suyano tuyana, iano suyano oyana, kiano suyano tuyano oyana. Iano suyano tuyano oyana. They're saying the same thing that they did yesterday about, how like namaste, meaning the light in me sees the light in you. But they are expanding on that and saying the light in me activates the light in you. The light in you activates the light in me. So we really, there's this gnat. We really activate each other and help each other grow and expand just by being near and with each other and working together and helping each other to grow and learn. So it's very important to be in these spaces. So there we go. All right, heal the witch wound. Isn't that gorgeous? Heal the witch wound. Yes. That fear of being seen, the fear of trust. The fear of, trusting others and just having issues there. All right, ancestors. Ugh, yes. And I don't mean like ugh, but I mean, yes. All right, I think we're done with that one. Now I'm just hearing you are so sacred. You are just so sacred. You really are. You don't realize how sacred you are, how special, how precious, how amazing and beautiful and wonderful you are. You just blow them away every day. Let it rain, allowing what is in inevitability and trust. So there's some more trust for you. I love that. Love that so much. I feel like that one might need to go in the center. All right, done with that one. We're going to move you guys over so I can push this up. Actually, you could just stand up like that. Hey. See, the anxiety was coming up again. It's just so weird. Queen of Swords. Butterfingers. All right, here we go. 10 of Pentacles. Amen. Look at that abundance in every way. All right, but I feel like we're supposed to go back to I feel like we need one more from this one. This is the Wildwood Tarot. Fell right out of this. King of Stones, the Wolf. Amen. Okay, now I feel like we're done. And also don't forget that we are in the tarot study of the Hierophant. So the Hierophant is always like part of our, this is the one that's been calling to me. But if each and every, it's kind of like they're like the part of each of these readings. So there's this one's from the Wildwood Tarot. But this is the original Rider-Waite, so you can see that. But anyway, that's part of that, what's it called? That video series that I do each month where we go over a different card. Okay, so he's back there too. All right, let's see what they have to say. All right, come on, ancestors. What you got for us? Oh dear, I just dropped it. Oh, no, I got it. Anasiano tuyano. Anasiano tuyano oyana. You're probably like, hurry up, lady. I know. Sometimes I remember to do that before, but I like to do a little anointing oil. Feels very like ceremonial. Ayana siano tuyano oyana kiano tuyano oyana. Iano tuyano oyana. And I think it's important to do like these little, have these little mini little rituals, even if it seems kind of mundane, but it's not if it's special and important to you. So there we go. Oyana siano tu. Anasiano tu, Anasiano tu, Suyano tuyano su, Iano tuyano suyano tuyano oyana. Because they're saying that like life is a tragedy of meaning that the term of like a kind of a story. Ianasiano tuyano oyana, full of these twists and these turns. Ianasiano tuyano oyana. So it's so important to us to hold on to these special Ianatiano suyano oyana times and these special any special places that you have. Like it feels like at least one of you has like this special place that you go and you sit out in nature, and it feels very meditative for you to be able to do that, and it helps you to connect and just be in stillness like that. And they're saying that is so important during these times and during any of the ups and downs through this life that we're living, all the twists and the turns, to have these anchor points. It feels very much like anchor points of that we're supposed to hold on to grasp a hold of, and to just use as like grounding stones. It feels like these are like your grounding stones, and holding on to what is precious and true and right for you through it all, whether it be a special place, whether it's your special people. Maybe you have these friends that are very special to you, or a grandparent that's very special to you, and holding on and not giving up and stopping reaching out, or stopping being a part of these different places or habits or rituals that are good and true to you. Because they're like, they may feel simple or silly or not important, but if it helped you remember, like, come back into who you are, ground into who you are. So if you have this special, like a little ritual that you do in your home, in your space, or whatever it is that you have let slip because the life gets turbulent, then it's time to bring those back in to help ground you back into who you are. Oyana siano tuyano, oyana kiano suyano oyana. And also maybe trying some different ones as far as like, if like to connect with those that have passed. So if your grandmother was a baker, they're saying that would be something that you might want to try just to connect with her, to use as a grounding stone of connecting with her. So if you're wanting to feel close to her, like, bake bread. If she baked bread, you bake bread. If she wrote poetry, you try and write poetry. Even if it doesn't like make sense to you, you've never done it before, it doesn't seem like your forte, just do it and ask, like, go in with the intention of connecting to her, and then that would be your grounding stone to connecting to her. It feels like somebody's like missing, like she was your person and you're missing her, and so this would be your way, your grounding stone. I don't know why they keep saying grounding stone, but I love it so much. It makes me want to like it just, and just know too, I don't know why they're like, any stone, whether you find it out out and about, like if you like this one, I just love because they like, sometimes they'll send me these heart shaped stones, and for like little messages of love. So it doesn't have to be like a crystal per se, it can be just a stone, and that could be like, so you can literally have a grounding stone, like to help bring you back into your body. Remember who you are. Don't get so lost in like what's going on out in the world. So that's why I'm feeling okay. So you're saying that there's been like an uptick in anxiety in the collective, and that's where this anxiety is coming from. And they wanted me to talk about this and to share like different ways that we could come back home to ourselves and ground and just settle our emotions and settle our thoughts. And so so they've covered the going back to those little rituals. Maybe you used to take a nighttime bath, and that was a special time for you, but you said, oh, who has time for that? I don't have time for that. Or that's just, a waste of this or waste of that. So I'll just take my morning shower and that's it. That's done. They're like, no, if it's important and true for you, then you need to do that. You need to bring that back in. We all need to take care to hold on to these special times or special things or special places or special people that help us to feel like coming home. If that helps you to feel whole again, find or at peace again, that center, that calm again, we need to take the care to come back to those things and those people and those places and those rituals. We need to do that. It's very important right now. Very, very important, because the more we amp up or allow our anxiety and everything to amp up over everything that's going on in the world and in our lives, the more we go off kilter, the more everything goes awry, the more it'll end up being this endless cycle of something, something else will happen, and then more anxiety, it'll just keep keep amping up and until something happens. Like maybe it's a health related thing, or maybe you hurt yourself because like you're so like, oh, so you're going up and down like a step ladder and you fall, that kind of thing. It's so important. It's so important to come have these grounding stones that you could come back to, whether it's a literal stone in your pocket that you could just hold on to, take a deep breath, whether it's showing up for these readings, whether it's writing, journaling. Maybe that's the thing that helped you center yourself again, and you've really let that go. Nighttime bath, doing your own cards, all the different things it could be, lighting a candle in remembrance of a loved one. But then they're going back again to doing these things that help you connect with. So whether it is like baking or writing or painting, maybe it's a grandfather that you're trying to connect with. What did he like? What were some of the things? Was it country music and you could put on country music? What were these things that you remember? What are the main key memories in your mind about them that help you connect with them emotionally? That will help you connect with them spiritually as well. So put the music on. Do, like, if they liked to build things, think of something you could build, like learn how to make a little birdhouse or something, stuff like that. Maybe maybe you can get the same like screwdriver set that he had or something like that. It could be anything. Maybe you could put on, even if it bothers you, like whatever, even if it bugged you at the time when you were younger, maybe you could even just put on like a whatever sport that they liked for a little bit just for them and be like, this is for you, this is for you. And so just in ways to that will bring them closer to you spiritually. The things that bring you closer to them in your mind, in your memories, and you like bring them into reality again, will help you bring them closer to you spiritually. And we all need that right now. We all need these anchor points, and our ancestors are part of that. They will help keep us remember, like for us to remember, like that this is a very spiritual time that we're in, for one, but mainly that we are spiritual beings, that we're just in a human reality right now, but that's not the whole picture. That's not the whole story. That's just one chapter of the book. That's just one chapter. So we need to remember that and weigh the significance in our lives, and remember that that's what's important, is coming home to ourselves, being true to ourselves, remembering who we are, remembering that we are spirit, having a human experience, having a human experience. I don't know why that word was hard for me to pull out of the hat. So just remember that, and that this is all, it's all bigger and not as big at the same time than what we're making it. Which I know doesn't make sense, but hopefully it does. And also taking control of our thoughts by controlling what we're exposing ourselves to. If you are, so for example, I do prefer Instagram over Facebook. I do, however, Instagram doesn't have the free Facebook groups that I like to connect with people and help. Like I have the free Facebook group that is connected to, like, we is for women to go on there and we learn and do all the things together, right? And so I'm still I still use Facebook, even though I do prefer Instagram, right? It just has a different energy. But anyway, but on the other side of it, the thing I was finding on Instagram was I would be going back and forth from like laughing so hard at some of the funniest things. Oh, it's just the funniest things on there, and it would make me laugh so hard. But then on the other side of it, I would find myself getting really pissed off, really sad. Like my emotions were all over the things from all the stuff that's going on in the world. And yes, no, I don't think like we should be ignorant about what's going on in the world. But if we're exposing ourselves to this turmoil of emotions each and every day, that can't be good on the system, right? And how are we supposed to stay in a place of being able to help and give back and give to others and to take care of ourselves if we're constantly in this up and down, up and down, up and down turmoil, right? And so I decided that for my own sanity. So at least for now, I have, and it's been a couple of days and it's still going okay. I'm not having too many withdrawals. I have deleted the Instagram app, and I'm just going to see how it goes. And I'm putting my time and energy into just the Facebook group and YouTube, and that's it. And so we're going to see how that goes and how that plays out, because it was just too much. And so they're saying that for you too, like if you're still like sitting there watching the news, ingesting all this news, and now if you're somebody who can ingest all of that and be steady Eddie, that's one thing. But if it's causing you turmoil and unrest and like this, well, your nervous system is all out of whack and you're not feeling good, you just don't feel like right, it might be time to stop watching the news. I had to stop watching the news forever ago because it's just too much for me. And but they're saying, so maybe if you're still watching the news or reading all these different things that is making you just crazy, cut it out. Maybe you might need to cut it out. Maybe just do a trial period to see if that's what it is that's making you feel and have so much anxiety inside. Maybe you need to, like, if you're on TikTok, which that was another one, I could, as soon as I got on there with all the stuff going, like it was just so much, I was like, I can't. So I never really got into it. But it's supposed to be an amazing, again, I'm not bashing any of these because it's supposed to be amazing, like resource of information and stuff, but it's just too much for my system. But if you're feeling turmoil, then you might need to delete that app for a while. See, was that one of the causes of it? Or maybe it's Instagram for you too, or maybe it's for you it's Facebook, or one of these things. Like I had to, like I've been going through and like was in a couple of these amazing little groups on Telegram, but again, I was just too on my phone, like too much. It was too many different directions my mind was being split into. So I had to I'm not on the Telegram anymore, at least for right now, even though I miss some of those people. But I had to calm my system. Not on Instagram right now. I had to calm my system, even though there's amazing people in there. I love the lady that does astrology and Moonface. Love her. But I had to do that. I had to do this for my sanity, like to calm myself. So they're just saying like they're wanting you to do the same as far as like take inventory of where you're spending your time, and maybe trying deleting one at a, they're like, you can go hardcore if you want and delete them all, but you could just delete one at a time and just see how it goes. Is this, detrimental to my happiness now that it's gone? Or do I feel a release? Do I have actually more time and feel like I have more control over my time? Because we do have to remember that social media is very addictive, just like anything is, like food and alcohol, even, like, I don't know, I don't want to go there, but the different, and we can kind of like subcategorize everything to make ourselves feel better, but we have to be honest with ourselves. We have to be honest with ourselves if we want to truly come home to ourselves and figure out like where am I putting my time? Like I'm trying, like another thing that I'm doing that if this may resonate with you, but I'm not 100% at it yet, is just cutting down like what I watch and watching what I ingest too, like in regular TV. I'm not talking about just news, but regular TV. Like I totally didn't do like I like so last night though I watched a movie and it was so I kind of broke my own rule and then but it was a good reminder of like yeah we can we need to go back to like policing ourselves a little better but sometimes we just fill our systems with even just regular TV shows and movies and stuff with violence and with conflict and the anxiety that's in the TV can be coming into me, and you don't want that, right? You don't want to carry that. You don't want to carry that that clashing of everything of our it just makes our systems go a little haywire, and it takes way too long to calm our systems after watching these shows and movies that are just crazy violent, right? So yeah, last night I watched that movie Sinners, which was interesting, but it was just I've gotta watch what I watch and police myself better and like in a good way, not like to and go about doing all of this, taking inventory part is as an act of love of taking care of yourself. Like I want to feel good and at peace and calm and loving in my system. So I want to do this for me and figure out what I'm taking in that is making my system haywire. Because I don't want to be in a haywire environment inside of me. I don't want that. So that's what they're saying about for you, instead of being like, oh, I can't do this and I can't do that and I can't do this, I can't do that. No, it's not like that. We are choosing to do these things and look at these things in like a taking the inventory kind of way, because we don't know what the roots of the different things are until we pull it out and then see, let that settle in and see, yeah, I'm feeling better without that. I'm glad I did that. So just taking your time and doing that, but doing it in a loving manner. I'm doing this to take care of me because I love me. I want me to feel better. I want me to feel my best. I want to feel my best. I want to feel my happiest and healthiest and calmest and peacefulest, and most at peace and at home and centered as I can. So if I need to not watch violent movies and shows and stuff like that, then that's what I'm going to do. And that's what I'm going to try to do. But if I screw up like I did last night, then it is what it is. And it's a reminder I shouldn't watch those shows. So they're just saying, take inventory, figure out where it's coming from, the stress, added stress, because some stress is not preventable, right? Like maybe you got a surprise bill and you're like, "Wah!" But okay, so you had that. That's something that you have no control over. But you have control over all these other things. So if you're intaking TikTok and Instagram and Facebook and whatever, all the other things, and on top of that, like Netflix, all the TV shows and movies and stuff that are on the violent side, then that's a lot. And that's a lot of moving pictures and stuff going on in your brain too. That's a lot of like, think about like all that motion happening that your brain is trying to capture, right? Because all the videos from each and every one of the apps, all the information, all that, it's just too much. Our bodies and brains aren't meant to intake all of that. We need quiet time. We need quiet time of just working in the garden, baking bread to remember your grandmother, trying to build a birdhouse to connect with your grandfather, stuff like that. We need these quiet moments, taking a bath, nice long bath. So choose these grounding stones instead of over the other ones, which are kind of like our anxiety stones. Like we have our anxiety ridden stones and our grounding stones. And so we get to make the choice. They're saying this is not like I have to. We get to make the choice and decision. What grounding stone do I lean into, or what anxiety ridden stone do I get to commit to? So like, it's your choice. Pick one over the other. And then also just as part of that too, finding your own fresh and new rituals too is going to be fun for you right now. So learning new, fresh rituals for you, just for you, like you in your own little world, doing this or doing that. Like maybe you're concocting tea, different little tea combinations, or maybe you're doing like little the little sachets for like dreams, or for doing like or protection, or whatever it is for you. Maybe it's little crafty things. It's just coming up with your own little rituals, and your own, just doing oyana kiano suyano tuyano oyana kiano tuyano oyana. It's like falling in love with me time, falling in love with me time, falling in love with finding different ways to just be with you, yourself, and doing these different little things. They want you to really fall in love with that, with crafting anything. That could be the bread, or that could be the potions and lotions and all the different things. By falling in love with just doing it not as like a chore of having to put this together or do that or whatever, but no, you're spending time with just you and the craft that you're doing, or the ritual that you're doing, the project that you're doing, whatever that is. They really want you to fall in love with you, and time with yourself in that way. So finding time in yourself with that, in that way. But they say on the other side of that note, as you're doing that stuff, they really do want you to like connect with others in that way. So like so say you find you're doing your little me time thing. So you're looking through these books and you find these rituals that you're starting to do this one ritual that you absolutely love. Or maybe you learn how to do like these little clearing burning sticks, and then the sage sticks with different way of doing it. And then though, whenever there's a pretty one, I have such a hard time burning it. But anyway, so or maybe you come up with a new little recipe or something for like dream nighttime spray or something like that. So they're saying that is also a good way to connect with others with it. And that, like, connecting with others in this way of like teaching others, even if you think, I don't know anything, you know something, you know things, and you're not giving yourself credit for the things that you know. But that's a way for you to heal that witch wound and come out of that mistrust, is by like opening up. Just open up. Open up. So like if you have like this nighttime tea recipe that has been like you played with the recipe for a while, you found this one recipe that you're like, oh, it smells, tastes, and works so well, then share that with your community. Say, hey, look, this is what I've been doing, and it's worked for me. Maybe you could try it too. Easy as that. And then it's about give and take, sharing and caring about others enough to share your different parts of yourself like that. Maybe you can even then go further in and say, I was dealing with a lot of like anxiety or I couldn't sleep at night, insomnia, whatever it is for you. Like, share more about your story. And each time we open up and share in this way, it helps take a layer of that mistrust off. It helps us to open up more. It helps us to realize I'm safe. I'm safe. I just shared a part of me, of why I was having anxiety, that it was causing me insomnia. But then what I started doing about it, maybe you started writing, doing affirmations, and making this tea, whatever, and spending 20 minutes outside. And so you shared all of that, and the world didn't blow up. Nobody came hunting you down to burn you at the stake. And so, knock on wood. So they're saying each time we do that, each time we open up and share a part of ourselves, even if it's as simple as that, and you think nobody's going to care about your tea recipe, there's somebody that cares. There's somebody that needs to hear your voice. There's somebody that wants that connection, that needs that. They need this, your messages. They need you. And you're staying in this closet or of this cocoon of safety, of not wanting to share any parts of you because you're scared of connection, of rejection, of all the things, thinking that what you have to share is not good enough, and it's more than good enough. It's more than good enough. It's perfect. We love those bite-sized pieces of information and of sharing and caring and all the things. It's perfect. Come as you are. Come as you are. It doesn't, and I'm not just like plugging our group specifically, although you're more than welcome to join us if you're of the divine feminine. But find your community, whatever that may be. And you could test the waters in different ones. You can like come to ours, and if ours isn't good enough, then I'm just kidding. You can go and find, like, I don't know, everybody's got a community. Some of them you have to pay for, but some of them are free. And on Facebook and Telegram and whatnot. So find your people and share. Open up your heart space to others in whichever way you're called to, because it is needed. It is desperately needed in this time. You are desperately needed in this time. So stop making yourself like small and feeling like it's not like you're feeling like unworthy about sharing, but it just feels like, but in a way, or it's the trust, it's the all of it. So just try dip your toes in the different waters and just see which one suits you best, to where you feel safe and comfortable to share your stories and parts of you that you feel like, I really need to open up about this, but I don't know where to. Just test the waters here and there and feel what and see what feels good and right to you. You should be able to feel whatever community you're in. You should feel seen and heard and held, and also just safe in knowing that your words are safe in that space. Like, you're not gonna, I don't know, they're not gonna be thrown back at you in whatever way. I mean, you feel good. You feel good about sharing and being open. So find that. It's super, super duper important right now. Okay, focus. So community, ritual, grounding stones, connecting. And trusting to, like, you're doing the work, you're putting out the feelers, you're doing all the things. Trust that it's going fine. It's going to, like, it's all going to come full circle. You're good. You're golden. Keep going in the flow. Because as long as you keep going in the flow, And the more resistance you let go of, and the more flow you go with, like you just allow yourself to lean fully into trust and to know, I know that I'm on my right path. Like feel it in your bones and really truly lean into that. Kind of like if you were to walk out in the river and just like fall backwards and be like, all right, take me to Circle K, and then like fall back and then like just close your eyes and trust that the river's going to like drive you to float you on to Circle K. I don't know why you're going to Circle K. I don't even know where Circle K is, but still. Um, so it's like that, but knowing that, except for you actually doing the work in whatever field that you're feeling called to, or the learning or the whatever however you're connecting and doing your thing. So you're doing the work in the area in which you feel called to. So that is the flow. That is the flow. So just keep going with the flow. Don't like, it's like having like this tension. Don't have like, okay, I'm doing the work in the area that I'm feeling called to, but my body is still full of tension because I still don't trust fully that this is going to work in the end. They're like, I feel called out. You feel, somebody out there, you feel called out? Because how, like, that's a truth bomb, right? You're doing the work in which you feel called to. So you feel like, all right, I'm in this flow. But your body is telling a different story. Your body is showing that, like, you're tense, girl. You are tense. And so you're still like, even though in your head and in your heart, you're like, I'm trusting, I surrender, I'm in the flow. And your body's in like I'm letting go of fear, I'm letting go of worry, I'm letting go of doubt. I truly trust and know that I'm in the flow. And yet your body is all like, and it's telling the different story. It's telling the story of, girl, you're still like holding on to this fear that it's not going to, that you're not going to get the happy ending. Right? Please just put your hands on your heart space. Let's take a nice slow deep breath in and release. Deep breath in. Ask your heart space. I know this sounds silly. Just do it. And you can say, and higher self if you'd like to. Where am I still holding resistance? Where am I still holding resistance? Show me where I'm still having resistance. Breathing in, breathing that question in. So, is it fear? Is it unworthiness? What answer did you get? What answer did you receive? I got my answer. Did you get your answer? We need to really truly look inward and tap into our bodies more. Hear what they're trying to tell us, things that we have been ignoring, things that we've been trying not to see, trying not to, we've been just trying to move past and like ignore and just keep going. We haven't been truly honest with all parts of ourselves. So we need to allow allow our bodies to speak to us, allow our hearts to speak to us, and see where we still need to tweak a little bit here and there. And then, so asking, you can go into automatic writing after this and just ask, like, so say if yours was fear, or yours was unworthiness, undeserving, or just waiting for the other shoe to drop kind of thing. Because maybe life is going good, but your body's tense because you're just waiting for something to fall off the cliff. So go into automatic writing after this and just ask, like, how do I come out of that? How do I release this? How do I release this? How do I let this go to where I can truly be in the flow without my body being in tense mode? I want to truly be in the flow. Help me to be truly in the flow. How do I release this? And just see what comes up. See what comes up. See what comes up. But you are deserving of all the amazing, beautiful things in this world. You are fully deserving, and you are fully capable. You are fully deserving and fully capable, fully worthy. If you could only see what they see. Amen. And so it is. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. I appreciate you so much. I appreciate all of this so much. Much love.